two of the biggest players in AI have made some pretty significant changes to their pricing strategies. So both Google and Microsoft are revamping a bit how they package and charge for their AI products. So first up, Google announced it is basically giving away Gemini to business and enterprise customers. It's adding it by default to all Google Workspace business plans. The catch is this comes with a small price increase. So previously, a Workspace business standard plan with the Gemini add-on cost $32 per user per month. Now it will be $14 per user per month, but that's a $2 per month increase from the previous standard plan, like without Gemini. So Microsoft, however, is taking a slightly different approach. They are keeping their premium Copilot Pro license at $30 a user a month. They are, however, introducing new consumption-based pricing for certain AI agent features that they say, quote, can automate workplace processes, according to some reporting from the information. The information writes, quote, under the new consumption pricing, one message within 365 Copilot chat costs roughly 1 cent, while messages that require the chatbot to create a lengthy answer using generative AI cost 2 cents, and messages that require the chatbot to draw on other data from other applications cost 30 cents. So Paul, maybe first walk me through Google's move in particular. Like, what are they trying to achieve with the new pricing, and is it going to work?
Yeah, I just had a funny thought on the Microsoft one, but we'll come back to that. So I think the Google move is two things. One, it's just a strategic move to undercut the market. ChatGPT Enterprise and Team, Microsoft Copilot. We've said this all along. Like Google has a bunch of advantages here. One of them is their resources, their compute power, their own data centers, their own chips. Like they have all this stuff that they can throw at their competitors. Now, Microsoft has similar stuff, but Microsoft doesn't have their own models. They're using OpenAI's models. OpenAI doesn't have these things. OpenAI also doesn't have the distribution of Google Workspace. They don't have the distribution of Gmail. So Google's got some plays to make, and this seems like one strategic play is like, let's just undercut the market and give this away. The second part to Google's strategy could be, and I'm just hypothesizing here, it's impossible to know how many people pay for Google Workspace for Business. I dare you to try it. Pick your favorite AI tool. You can use Google Deep Research, ChatGPT, Perplexity. No one can answer for you how many people pay for Google Workspace for Business. It's not in their earnings transcripts. It's nowhere. So all we have are like estimates here. Based on best estimates, there are 8 million companies that pay for Google Workspace for Business, including Marketing AI Institute and SmarterX. We are a paying customer, have been for years. The rest of this, I'm just going to hypothesize. Let's say if there's 8 million companies, and this is 2 weeks in a row I've had to do math, Mike. So this is hard work for Monday mornings. 8 million companies. And let's just say out of those 8 million, there's 50 million users that are paying this $12 a month, whatever that number is. So we're just going to assume 50 million people are paying every month to use this product. Now, if 5% of those 50 million users chose to upgrade to Gemini, so that's 2.5 million, 10% would be 5. Yeah, that's 2.5 million users who are paying $20 a month for Gemini. That's about $50 million a month or 600 million for the year being generated by people paying $20 a month for Gemini. So let's just assume that's what Google's currently making it. I'm making up the 50 million number. I'm making that number up. If instead they say, hey, we're going to give you Gemini for free, but we're going to increase your standard plan $2 a month. Well, if you have 50 million users who you went from $12 to $14 a month on, that's 100 million a month in revenue or 1.2 billion per year. So by giving Gemini away basically, but charging everyone $2 a month rather than them opting in for the extra 20 a month, they just made $600 million. So now, again, I don't know if the maths there, as my son would tell me. My math isn't mathing. He tells me all the time. But if the numbers are in this rough range, you could see how, one, this could undercut the market. Two, it might actually just be a smart financial move for Google to just charge everyone $2, whether they use the tools or not. Now, on the consumption-based pricing, my first thought is if I have to reread your pricing 4 times to comprehend what it is, it's probably not going to work. It's not following like the simplicity rule. At a higher level, though, I think the key here is we're just going to see a ton of experimentation. Nobody knows what to charge. We talked a couple episodes how Sam kind of picked 200 a month out of the air for O1 and realized like they're losing money on it because he just kind of guessed at what would be a profitable number and he was wrong. So you're going to see a lot of experiments. I've mentioned this before, but like my former agency that I sold in 2021 was HubSpot's first partner in 2007. And we went through dozens of changes to their SaaS pricing model over
Mm,
the years. And so I think that we're just in this new phase where these companies that are selling AI aren't really sure how to charge for it and how to make money on these models and on the services. Now, one final note here I thought was just it was so well written. I have no idea who this guy is. His name's Timo Springer. We'll put a link to this tweet in the show notes. He has 300 followers on Twitter, so it's not like this is some influencer that everyone just like listens to. But I saw his tweet and I thought it was so well done, and it's representative of what I was explaining last week with the issues with Google Workspace. It's representative of ChatGPT. It's representative of all these models. So and the reason I think we should pay attention to this is he actually got replies from the head of product for ChatGPT and the head of engineering for ChatGPT because he tagged some people and they apparently saw it. So here's the Timo tweet. ChatGPT is a confusing mess right now. It seems like a few months ago they embraced a new product strategy, maybe when their chief product officer joined, which is good. But there's still lots of legacy features like GPTs that feel really out of place with newer releases like projects and tasks. What bothers me the most is that even for power users, it's extremely difficult to know which tool currently works with which model on which platform, web, mobile, desktop. The feature matrix is incredibly complex. In the normal chat, I can connect Google Drive, but this doesn't work as a data source for GPTs or projects. Advanced voice mode can access custom instructions in memory, but doesn't work with projects or GPTs. O1 can now handle file uploads too, but only images. When I upload a PDF to the chat, only the contents are analyzed. But if I upload screenshots of the PDF pages as images, these can be analyzed. Projects can also use GPT 4.0 as a model. I could list at least 5 more things that are similarly annoying in daily use. I'm an absolute power user, and even I sometimes struggle to keep track of everything. I wish the product team at OpenAI would focus more on removing all these complexities from the product. And then he followed up with a comment that a wonderful example. ChatGPT Enterprise now supports reading and understanding visuals, images, graphs, diagrams, embedded in PDF files. Users can upload a PDF and ChatGPT can interpret the text and any visual elements within that file. Cool, but and it is not currently available for GPT based projects. So we can do this thing, but I can't do it in GPTs, which is what I use all the time. These things are so incredibly confusing in daily use for users. In my personal account, ChatGPT cannot analyze images and PDFs. In my business account, it works, but not when I upload the PDF as knowledge to my GPT. So, as I said, this is the experience we're all having. Like, if you feel confused, this is a great example of someone who's in here power using all day long and the abnormalities aren't actually your fault. It is like a fault of the company and how fast they're moving, and they're not solving for the end user. And as I said with Google, the issue seems to be these companies spend so much time solving for developers, and
yeah.
yet all their revenues coming from enterprise users. So the head of product for ChatGPT said, "Thank you, extremely top of mind. We will fix this." The head of engineering for ChatGPT said, "Yeah, we have to make it simpler, and we'll do so." So, whatever pricing model you want to have, just make it so it's actually user friendly, not what we currently have with all these platforms.
And one final question I had for you around consumption based pricing, like I'm by no means a business or enterprise finance expert, but like, how on earth do you even budget for usage based pricing?
You
Like, I
can't.
don't even know how the usage of a tool that we would pay 20 bucks a month for.
No idea. And you would get so many surprise bills where people are like, I
Yeah.
didn't realize that. And then you got to put all these caps in place for usage. Yeah, I can't see in an enterprise allowing the variability of pricing when the CFOs like don't even understand how the product's going to be used. It's not going to work. Like, it's a great idea, but like, good luck.